What up, folks? Yeah, it's your boy back at it again. As a matter of fact, I just thought about something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got an idea that this is to the Cali, Texas NT first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Giving God praises and honor. You know what I'm saying? For letting me see another glorious, beautiful morning. To try to see if I can be up all day, if I can, until nighttime. You know, it's gonna be kind of hard to do because I went to sleep at 1 and woke up at 5. So, but yeah. Anyway, don't worry, I'm gonna go back to sleep though, just a little bit. But I had to make this video. I just thought about something. All these old systems that didn't get that many games, or really, even if they did get games or didn't get games, they need to really start bringing back and make games for these retro systems. Like all these retro systems that are out, they really need to make games for, because a lot of people is out here wanting to play their old systems, give them like some resurrection, blow the dust off of them, get back into playing them, you know what I'm saying? And they need to, like games that never came out for this system or something needs to come out on that system. Like, certain games on Super Nintendo that's Nintendo exclusive only, but the likeness and the characters of the game should be also put on like on Sega, Genesis or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I would love to see certain Sega Genesis games be ported to the Dreamcast. Sega Saturn games ported to the Dreamcast. That would be kind of nice. Sega, y'all have the access to the game systems. You have access to it. Just port it over to the Dreamcast. I mean, just because other companies don't want to do for the system, I mean, it's your stuff. You should be able to do it. I would. If it was mine and I own it. And for the life of me, I can't understand how the people who created the Sega Saturn can't emulate some of those games over and port them over to the Dreamcast, which is odd to me. Like, hold on, so you brought this game out and you can't port it over? I would love to see a new Golden Axe, the dual version for the Dreamcast. Just to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we bring out the system, bump up the, because see, you can easily bring back out the Dreamcast. There don't even have to be another Dreamcast. Just bring out the same Dreamcast, but just add more content. And matter of fact, you can easily bring out the Dreamcast. You can take the system and the part where you take out the Ethernet or whatever, that little piece that comes off on the side, you can take that, and since that's supposed to be an expansion port, you can make a CD, another bottom part of the CD where it reads DVDs, VCD, DivX, AVI, MPEG 1, MPEG 2, you know what I'm saying, MP4, just read all versions of movies, Windows, audio, video, MP3, MP4 music, MP4 movies, ASF, ASX, you know what I'm saying, FLV, all just formats, MVK, just all formats, right? Then that bottom part also plays new games that y'all are releasing out. Let's see, people don't want to do that. Or if y'all don't want to do it, give somebody else the rights so they can do it. The system can just stay as is. Excuse me, and just say we got an expansion port. What's the expansion port? Okay, the expansion port allows you to play. But when we bring the system out brand new to where it takes USB ports. And the USB ports, and then it has different controllers. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's like your old Sega Saturn controller, but it's bumped up. Saying with the rumble in it and the virtual screen on it. See, I'm giving ideas of what y'all can do, but y'all chose not to do. People just want to see a Sega system out. I just want to see the retro systems really get resurrected with games. Like the ones that, I ain't talking about the ones that did good and they got a bunch of games. We talking about the ones like 32X. Port those over to the Dreamcast. They were there 32 because it was pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Or port them over to Saturn 1 or the Dreamcast, you know what I'm saying? I want to see like systems like that, 32X. Bring out more games for the 32X, Sega 32X. Bring out more games for the Sega CD. Bring out more games for the TurboGrafx. Systems that were good. TurboGrafx was a good system. When they brought out the Turbo Duo, it was the best system ever. Card games and CD. That was brilliant. I don't see how that flopped when it was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? And it had a bunch of games. Talking about a bunch of games. But you know how the game goes. You know what I'm saying? You know how the game goes. It's I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a lot of dick riders. And you can't get mad at the dick riders, because that's what they do. All the ones that be riding, that be, you know what I'm saying, ball washers. They ball washers. Anybody that's out there on the streets, I tell them, hey, you a ball washer. You like washing PlayStation's nuts. You like washing Nintendo's nuts. See, I'm a fan of Xbox. I'm always ride with Xbox because Sega Dreamcast left and Xbox was the next thing. And the way that Xbox was able to modify their system, like if you had a PC and it could put all different like emulations and stuff on there and homebrew games and PC ports, you got to give credit where credit's due. So with that being said, a lot of y'all don't understand. That's the best thing going if you ain't knowing. But you know how this game is. People are always confused. People are always doing stuff and not understanding. So with that being said, I tell them like this. Bring out the retro systems. And Sega, if y'all ever get a chance to look at this video, I just gave y'all a good idea. I got plenty of ideas that was good. Like somebody made a video of a Game Gear 2. Sega Dreamcast System 2. Or a new Sega system. Why would y'all not take that in consideration? They brought it out, had the video, it had different color versions of the system, controllers, what it looked like. Why would y'all not want to bring that out? Make it compatible where it plays DVDs, read all format movies. I'm talking about all formatted movies. Even if you got a burnt copy of that formatted movie, it'll read it. Why not? Do you know how much it would sell? Even if you don't want to make it, even if you don't want to bring out a new system, at least resurrect your old system. Take the Dreamcast, resurrect it, make it compatible with Saturn to where people don't have to modify their stuff. Just make it compatible with Saturn. Instead of having other third-party companies resurrect your system. That's good to show you how people are dedicated and true hard fans. I want to play Sega Saturn. I want to play Dreamcast. That bad. And it's to the point where third-party companies are bringing out games for it. To say, hey, you know what? We want to make games for it. And make more games for the Dreamcast people out there. If you're out there doing Dreamcast games, make more Dreamcast games. Make more Sega Saturn games. But make them backwards compatible. That way, a new game coming out for the Saturn. Alright, well, it's also backwards compatible on the Dreamcast. You can play it on either or system. Like how the Xbox One did with 360 games. Now that would be tight. That way it's like, okay, I got a 360 game. And I got, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, sorry y'all. Where it's compatible. And they can do so much. They can do so much. And they said they were talking about making a Sega system that plays all the old systems in one. But to me, that would be kind of trash. It'd be good, but it'd be trash. If you do it, make it like how they made the Genesis and the Sega CD. Now that might make sense. Like if they do it like that, where it's like the top part is Sega Master System, SG, Sega Master System 1 and 2. You know, where they had the card games and the regular games. Make more of them card games too as well. Make more of them card games and then turn around and make more make more games for it. Like when you bring it out, like bring the system out and then start pushing out new games. Make it compatible where you can play any formatted DVD. All the way up to HD DVD. That way, any DVD you have in your hand, you can play it in there, put it in there, play it. Any VCD movie, because people, you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't have to be to where y'all want a third-party company coming in, or just any hacker on the internet coming in and hacking your system to where they want to, you know what I'm saying, to where they have to say, okay, they didn't want to do it this way. If they would have did it this way, they would have sold big time. I'm saying they would have outsold every system that's out now. Like literally, if Sega would have brought a system out that did everything and brought out new games for it, it would have outsold every system. You know why? Because people would just been so happy and juiced to get it. Oh, it's USB. The controller's USB. It comes already preloaded with the you know, with the screen on there. It has, you know, have memory inside. You know, oh, it's got a 1 terabyte, so you can store games in it, and you can go online and play the game. Man, you know how, man, people ideas is right here, and nobody wants to listen. That would sell like hotcakes. You mean tell me we could bring out an old system where it already was going online, so you can be able to go online, play your old Saturn games against someone. You can play your old Dreamcast games against someone. Hell, you can play your old Sega Genesis and Sega Master System games against someone. A game that's like 2 players and 4 players, and any game that's 2 or 4 players, you could pretty much be on. Oh, they got an old fighting game. All right, well, I'm finna play 2 players. You know what I'm saying? Or it'd be something like, giving the prime example, like say if it was Kung Fu, the game that came out on Nintendo, but they had it for Sega, and it's 2 players. Okay, when you die, then I go next. See who can get the farthest, who can get the most points, and who can save the girl and all that. You know. And then certain games like that, revamp them old games. Like Kung Fu, you could revamp that game. Give it a whole new twist. Same game, same strategy, just he don't look like that how it did when it came out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand. There's too many ideas going on that we are not taking advantage of. So with that being said, I make this short and sweet. I'm gonna make another video about this because the ideas that I'm doing, this is a rough draft video. So the idea of y'all making a new Sega system would have been so easy because it's simply easy to make. You know what I'm saying? And they can say all that, oh, it's gonna cost us this and cost us that. What? You already have the system out. Just add an expansion. Same Dreamcast, just add an expansion port at the bottom. Or if you're not gonna do that, make the Dreamcast brand new and make the the controllers of the same Dreamcast system and just make it USB instead of where, you know, you could just take basically the system that's already out, take that one part out and put USB ports in it, make some new controllers for it, and then where the expansion port is, put a port at the bottom to where now that port at the bottom is another CD base, another CD. The top one is CD, but the bottom one is CD too. But the bottom CD one on it, or however it can be configured with the CD. That motherfucker will read Sega Saturn, Sega CD, 32X CD. You know what I'm saying? And new games that'll come out for it. Cause I got a list of games I can say, okay, this game should be for it. This game should come out for it. Even if it is a third-party company that made the game. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised to have Dragon Ball Z on the Sega Dreamcast. Godzilla, the fighting version of Godzilla where they destroy all monsters, that on there because Sega be making Godzilla games too. Like, one thing I learned about most Sega systems, they imported Godzilla on a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It may have been in Japan, but they ported it. So it's like, you got to give credit where credit's due. You know what I'm saying? I guess people that love Godzilla and the company that makes Godzilla was like, hey, we're going to keep making this game for Sega, even though, you know, Sega, all of Sega's systems belly flopped. Because I don't care what nobody say. The Genesis belly flopped. If it was so good, why did it belly flop? And Super Nintendo kept still making games. Sega Master System belly flopped. And then regular NES was still making games. You know what I'm saying? After, and then they went to 16, so did Nintendo, but they were still making games. 32X, belly flop. Nintendo 64 was still going strong. So it's like, even when Nintendo 64 discontinued, they were still going strong, harder than the Dreamcast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even riding Nintendo, because it's this with Nintendo. With me and Nintendo, I don't like Nintendo for nothing. But I'm just saying how it was just that easy for them to make a system and come up. So with that being said, this is like my rough draft video. It's not the finalized video, so it's really a rough draft. And you know, y'all gotta skip me because I'm gonna be in a better, comfortable position where I can make the video right. But this, I'm just saying, I just don't like the whole fact that these companies don't want to hear out the consumers. We're the ones that's buying your stuff. If we buy your stuff, we're the consumers. That's what I don't understand about none of these people in this world. If I'm the customer and I come in your store, you gotta have stuff that's gonna entice me and bring me in your store to want to buy stuff, right? So if the consumer is telling you, hey man, you need to hear us out. We have good ideas. How are you gonna flop on a good idea if you're already going belly under? We're trying to bring you back up and put money in your pocket. There's ways where you can make money, and a lot of money too, because people are gonna buy it when they find out, okay, it's affordable, it's reasonable. Oh, I'm finna get this. I like this. It's affordable and reasonable. Oh, I'm finna get it. Oh, and they coming out with new games. All you doing is just taking a game you already have in existence and port it over, bump up the graphics, add a couple of new characters to it, and boom, people gonna want to buy it. And then have a trailer in there for a part 2 of the game that you know what I'm saying? Man, I don't understand, man. Do you know how good Golden Axe the Duel would be if it would have came out? That's why I don't understand Dreamcast. Golden Axe Duel didn't come out for the Dreamcast. As a matter of fact, no Golden Axe game came out for the Dreamcast. Then you had Eternal Champions, didn't come out for the Dreamcast. Weird. And that was one of their best-selling games. Then you had Shinobi, a main character. Woody Woodpecker Racing, that was supposed to come out for the Dreamcast, didn't come out. These are games that would have came out. Like if they would say they put that expansion, like they got that expansion put on the side, I might just get somebody to custom make me one. You know what I'm saying? Put an extra expansion port on the side where it's like the people that be on there recreating game systems. Maybe I need to get somebody to, you know what I'm saying, to make me a custom port. Say I need this just so I can show Sega what it looks like and how it rocks and this is what it does. You know, I wouldn't care how much it costs. I wouldn't mind doing it. I might save up the money just to get somebody to do that. Find out how much they charge and to recustomize the system, basically, and that's it. You know, make something where it's that expansion port where I can play my Saturn games, burn copies and original, just for my personal, and then make a video about it and show people like, look, this is the type of system that we need. Take the front part of the Dreamcast out and put USB ports in it. Or I'll be using like say Xbox controllers or PS4, but have Sega say, hey, we make a new controller for it where it has the built-in rumble pack and a built-in screen on it where you can, you know what I'm saying? And then what'll be so tight about the controllers, you can take them on the go. Your controller, cut it back, cut it on and shit, and that motherfucker will have the screen. That it'll be like a screen on the controller, or you're basically it's like basically if you had a GameCube or say like it's a Nintendo DS type of system, but the screen on it is nice, sizable enough where you can see and you can play your games, like your little virtual games. Now that would make sense. It would sell like hotcakes because Sega had a good idea, but the company burned up. It was good. They had the little virtual little things. You can carry them around and play your little game, mini games on it. But the way I would have had it now, it's like, okay, now you can play games. So when you save content, you can play little mini games and you can play regular games. I would have did it like that, but to each his own. They always say it's gonna cost this much and that much, and it's gonna be too much and too this and too that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Y'all just got excuses. Cause it's funny how y'all make these systems and they have to sell. They have to sell. How's all these companies making money off these game systems? They doing something. So you tell me, they doing something. So you know what I'm saying, y'all forgive me, I'm laying down because you know what I'm saying, I'm resting, but it's like shit, I want to try to go back to sleep, but I'm gonna try to go back to sleep, but I'm gonna end up probably waking up in the evening or something. But I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna try to go to sleep. But yeah, all I'm saying is that so I can wake back up early. What I'm saying is that make something happen. Make something happen. Come on now, Sega, make something happen. And to everybody else, make something happen. You people all come together on this. We need to all come together on this as far as like a petition or something. I already put some ideas in this video. So when this video gets uploaded, I put some ideas in this video to where we can put this video on where you can take them ideas and say, oh, what's wrong with that and see what it looks like. Even if it's just a prototype that Sega didn't give y'all permission to make. Somebody needs to go out there and make it and make the prototype set up and show them what this prototype will be and what it's capable of. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. Whether it be 4K or whatever, 4K resolution. Really, niggas wouldn't even probably care if it's 4K. Just the fact that it's a new system. Oh, it's playing Dreamcast games? Oh, it plays Sega Saturn games? Or it plays Sega CD? Or it plays Sega CD 32X? You know what I'm saying? All formats of games that come out, it plays. Oh, okay. And it's playing some new games that come out. You know how fucking, man, they would kill the gaming market. They would kill the gaming market with that system. They would blow it out the water. Oh. And it plays, we got this new Game Gear that came out. And it's playing the old Game Gear games and whatever other version, like a newer version of what Game Gear games are. It just be like how they had the little demonstrations of the videos on there, those fake videos of a new Dreamcast, which they say fake videos, but who the fuck gonna make up something fake that looks so real? Well, you know, camera technology, shit. This is real. This is real right here. This is real in the flesh. I can't fake this shit. So yeah, I just wish they do it, man. But y'all see what it is. Like I said, it's a rough draft video. Cali, Texas ENT. It's your boy. Just letting y'all know. Cali, Texas ENT. Trademark patent pending. They need to do that. Sega. I'm one of y'all biggest fans. You have many of them out there that are fans of your system. But y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, wake up. Quit letting the hackers be the reason for the season. I bet you the hackers, if they watch this video, I bet you the hackers will try to port some of them Saturn games over to the Dreamcast so people can play Golden Axe Duel on a Dreamcast. Have a Dreamcast version, not something where they went online. Oh, I loaded it up and it's I got an emulation. Nah, this is an actual version of that game, and we took it, put it on the Dreamcast, added a few characters in it, or added more characters in it, and we call it Golden Axe Duel 2 or something like that. And fuck y'all heads up and be like, damn, they did better than y'all, and just y'all shit. Because they'll try to say it's against the law and all that, but at the end of the day, it's not against the law. Oh yeah, they'll sue you. Well, who they gonna sue? Some dude for creating a game that they could have created. Took a version of their game, found out the coding in it, and made it again, and just added more characters to it and bumped up the graphics. Oh, we gonna sue you for that? And then you bring it out. You making money off of it. Oh, we gonna sue you for that? Well, I mean, sue if you want. But watch how many people will probably buy the game and be like, I like this game. And y'all wanna sue them for that? That's why I don't like Nintendo. Again, I say with Nintendo. But y'all see what it is. This your boy, Cali, Texas ENT. One love. Hit the like and subscribe. I try to make videos as much as I can, but it's kind of hard because I don't have, you know what I'm saying, access. And this video is going to take a long time to load up. But y'all see what it is. Again, Cali, Texas ENT. God is good. God is great all the time. Y'all see what it is. One love. And keep the devil out your life because he ain't no good. Him and all his cronies ain't no good. It's time for us to wake up and go to war against the devil and his cronies. And to the powers that may be, we don't want to have nothing to do with y'all. If it ain't about God and you ain't worshiping God, don't be an infiltrator. What they call that? A secret agent with a wire. We ain't trying to hear that. We don't want you coming in here telling me, oh, I'm all about God, and then you have a change of heart. I'm just saying, though. You all about God, but you doing the devil's work, rubbing your hands together, being sneaky. Nah, we ain't got time for that. So, with that being said, stop putting poison in the food. Our government officials, stop putting poison in the food. Notice how I switched the story up. I was talking about video games. Now we on some, but we're not doing that. It's gonna go like this. Cali, Texas AT again, and I'm out. It's my rough draft video. It's not the finalized video. I'm gonna make a finalized video of this same story. You bring out retro gaming back out, make games for it. Companies like Capcom and all y'all start making games for these old systems. So it would be nice to see Street Fighter 5 on a Dreamcast, It'll be nice to see, but they'll be like, oh, the graphics, it's too, man, you can still make it. Man, they got people making mudging games. They be going harder than half of the games y'all bring out. They made a mudging, and and bring some of those mudging fighting games, bring some of them, port them over from the PC to the Dreamcast, to where they can play on the Dreamcast. I don't see how you gotta have Linux and all that, and port more of them to the original Xbox 2 and the 360 where they're legit. Cat Texas A&T.